So anyway, then we went back. Bill and I went back to Austin. We had a studio already. He and I shared a studio over in East Austin, so we sort of put all our other stuff away. Just like it would just turn this big page, and we started trying to make these figures, which we did. We finally made them, and Prabhupada looked at them in Dallas sometime later and was asking us how we could produce them. We had no idea, We knew that casting bronze in America would cost a fortune. And Prabhupada said, oh, we can send them to India. And to me, it was just like, oh, we can go to the moon. It's just like, what? India? That's way, way, way. So we mentioned maybe Mexico. Anyway, ideas were thrown around. And then Prabhupada left. And then we met him again in Los Angeles, where we made another set of Panchatattva. And we'd actually learned how to make molds, and we'd cast a few of them. And there were some devotees who were actually interested in them. And Prabhupada just laughed. He looked at them. I mean, we're so naive. And he said to Murti Das, actually said, I've given you the name Murti Das. If you want to make murtis, you have to go to India to learn how. And so he was getting ready to go. I thought, wait a minute, what am I going to do? I had just received Brahminical initiation, so I went out and collected some money for darshan to give to Prabhupada. And I put in a little note, Murti Das is going to India. Can I go, or what should I do? So then Prabhupada sent me back a letter, and he talked about making dolls. And he mentioned that you should go to India. He said, I've just come from London. I've seen Madame Tussauds wax museum, and there's hundreds of people lined up every day to see dead bodies. He said, we will create dioramas. We will create Krishna Lila. Put them in our temples all over the world. If you want to help with this, come on board. That was all fine and dandy. But yet, Murti Das, we're both living in the ashram. We didn't have a dime between us. We didn't have any money to get us from L.A. to India. So it just so happened, here again. It turned out that Murti's parents were elderly, and they both died within a month of each other, and left him in a state, left him enough to go to India and take me with him. And so after we kind of got all the legalities of that done, we did. And you'd think, oh boy, you're going to go to India, this strange place, and you've never been there, and it's another country, and how are you going to get trained? Where are you going to get the knowledge? Blah, blah, blah. But Prabhupada was always 1,000 steps ahead of us. And by the time we got to Mayapur, he had arranged for a man named Milan, who's still there today, had arranged for Milan to come a couple of days a week and teach us the art of putul. Putul means clay doll. There was actually, Prabhupada had asked about a dozen devotees to come and learn clay doll making, and also to learn mridanga making and kartal making. He wanted to start all these little cottage industries.